everybody, it's Carolyn again, here to share another channeled message from the LightKeepers, a group of angelic beings I channel for your awakening journey support. So, for those of you who are new, I'm a channel, I'm a distance energy healer, and I'm a spiritual awakening mentor. And I offer these channels for you from the LightKeepers so that you can receive support on your journey forward. And then I offer my take on it and my experiences at the end. So there you go. So check out my welcome video on my YouTube channel if you'd like. It'll tell you a little bit more about my journey. I also offer a video below in the description box that is 6 tips on flow, how to create that in your body for health and wellness. Plus, it'll lead you to a lot more free content. So check that out if you want. So today's channel is on the 2 ways all decisions are made. And I didn't understand this at first when this channel came through, and I thought, no way, this can't be. And then I got thinking about it, and I started thinking of decisions that I make, and oh yeah, it totally plays out when you think of it in a different way than we typically do these terms. So I'll read it to you, and then I'm going to give you my take on it. All right, here we go. Fear and love are 2 in the same great emotion, oh, in your day, but are the only ways we say that anything can be divided up today. For all that one feels and understands too can be divided up into fear or love. It is true. So when you are moving through the awakening, we say, consider all of the emotion in your way and decisions too, and paths that you walk too, new opportunities that come your way, people you meet, and say, I wonder why they came into my life this day. And know, anything you consider in your way can break down to making a decision of feeling in your way of fear or love. Oh, we say, for the greater the 2 love it is. Fear is only created by the human to begin. Love is all there is. It is, we say. So always think about how you are making your decisions today. Is it out of fear or love? And if out of fear, it is only human emotion that has brought you to become. So there's the channel. So I really spent a lot of time with this one. And I have to tell you, I've got a couple examples, and it makes so much sense. So what I would challenge you to do is sit down and think about this for yourself, and think about it deeply. Maybe many of you, well, very likely in the awakening, you're struggling with some decisions to make, right? Use this as your litmus test with respect to, are you making a decision out of fear or love? Which choice is it? So you pick a choice, right? You made your decision. How do you feel about it? You loving it? Do you feel passion for it? Is this feel comfortable to you? Or did you make the decision out of fear? And does it feel uncomfortable and fearful and stiff and tight inside? Because you can actually boil that down. And again, this is about the journey of also being connected to your feelings and your emotions. So a lot of us aren't, throughout our lifetime, connected to that, even being able to feel what I just talked about. So I challenge you, all of you, to sit down and do this exercise of where you are contemplating a decision you need to make, and then consider the alternatives, and then what do you feel? Are you loving that idea? Or are you scared of it, of what you're choosing? Or are you making the choice out of fear and really want the other choice? Are you making the decision, I should say, out of fear for the other choice, when in reality, you love the other one? And we do this a lot, which I'll give you a couple examples. So, jobs and careers. Okay, so my example is I worked in what I call corporate America forever, all right? And I was very fortunate, had a wonderful career. But now that I have my own business, it's a whole new ballgame, right? In the last 3 years, there have been times, because I have a financial lesson in this lifetime. That's why my one fear thing that I have that I deal with, and I've really gotten good at dealing with this, because it's been 3 years since I've been working for someone else, right? So there have been times during this journey where I've said, oh, I got to go find a job, part-time job. I got to go find a part-time job. And I'm doing that thing, right? And then I realize, oh my gosh, I feel horrible about this. I feel tight. I feel awful. Why am I making that decision? Why am I saying that I need to do that? All right, then I do that thing, right, that they're talking about. Why are you making that decision? It's totally out of fear, not out of love and joy to go get a job, just to, I guess, to calm my fear that I've created in myself, right? Rather than having the faith and the trust in my journey forward and sticking with the choice that I love, which is the work I'm doing, creating my own business that many of you know about, Purple Rain Healing. And so I've had this struggle over starting out any business. A lot of people have that, right? Because you're traveling a whole new journey. But the point is when I was close to taking different small jobs, like part-time jobs, it was all out of fear, and it didn't have any passion for me in it. And yet at the same time, we have to survive in this 3D human world too, right? But the thing is, when we're going through the awakening journey, we are highly supported in our passion choices, which I've done videos on that before. So that ties into this. But the point is I was making that choice out of fear, and that's a great litmus test. And I said, no, I am not going to do this, because I have faith and trust that I'm on this right path, and I have so much joy and love for it. And I know that's where I'm supposed to be. That's where we're all supposed to be in the awakening journey. Things we love and we have passion for. And yeah, lots of us aren't doing that right now, but we will transition to that. I can near guarantee you that's going to happen as long as you keep following that thread each day, a little bit each way. So I won't go down that path, because again, I could talk about passion all day long. But here's another example for you, and this is a real strange one, okay? But it's a financial one for me, so because this is where my fears are, right? So it's a financial one. So here I am the other day, and I walk out to my kitchen to start my morning and coffee, and I look out in my backyard, and there's a guy trimming my trees, and I'm like, what? So I walk out, and I said, hi, what you doing? And he looks at me, said, trimming your trees. I go, why? And so long story short, turns out I'm on a 2-year schedule to have my trees trimmed, which I'm a big tree fan. I'm a big tree freak. I take care of my trees. I know how to trim them myself, not the big tall branches. That's why they were here, right? And I'm like, it can't be 2 years. It was just last year. Nope, sorry, it was 2 years ago, and we were laughing about it. And I immediately said to him, I can't do this. I can't afford this. This is not something I had planned for. And then we got talking. They had already started trimming, and then I could start feeling a shift come over me, because this will start to happen during the awakening. Like, you become really aware of that you're going from a fear state to a love state. So I was fearful that I was going to spend $400 that I had not decided I was going to spend or budget, right? And I'm, that's a lot of money for anybody, right? So anyway, I said, oh, okay. And then I started feeling a shift. And I said, I started feeling love for my trees, because I love my trees and I love my yard. And I said, yeah, if it's been 2 years, that really does need to be done. And then I started blubbering on and on about, oh, yes, and the maple tree needs blah, and that oak tree over there, there's this branch, the blah, blah. So make sure you get that. And then I'm talking on and I said, by the way, and he said, we really weren't going to do the front oak tree. And I go, no, go do it. I said, go ahead and go do it, because it's kind of coming into my deck and blah, 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 blah. So here I am, and I'm consciously noticing this, right? And because this is what happens as you go through awakening, you get to a certain point where you're this observer on the outside of yourself, looking in, going, wow, you're doing great. This is cool. Or wow, you're not doing so great, right? But you're able to observe that and kind of shift around and watch that happen. That's what was happening to me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going into a love state. I love my trees so much. I love this idea of having them beautiful and trimmed up in the way that they really should be, because they're big oaks, and the winds in Iowa are like, exponential, right? And so they need to be taken care of. And so I was thinking about that, and all of a sudden, all the financial worries went away. Literally, all went away. The fear stuff went away. The love took its place. And you know what? I got done. They got done with the trees. I was so excited. I was watching them do it. When I was done, I never thought about it a single moment after that, other than, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see my trees bloom this spring and see what they look like, because I love them so much. Perfect example. So I wanted to leave that with you with 2 examples. You're going to be able to find those examples in your life as well. And think about this as you move forward in your journey. What are you making your choice out of, or your decision out of? Is it love, or is it fear? And they can all be boiled down into that. So I just want to leave you with one final message, as I always do. As I mentioned, I am a spiritual awakening mentor. I love to help people on their awakening journey, and I have my offerings, my service offerings on purplerainhealing.com. So if you're interested in having someone help you out, even in the short term or the longer term, check it out and see what my services are, because I also channel during these sessions and they're pretty powerful. We'll walk you through your journey and help you accelerate forward. So anyway, regardless, I look so forward to you joining me in the next video, and thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.